Thank you, everyone. This is my first time presenting at Wild West, so that's a good thing. Uh, Today I will be talking about my tool, Robin. So it is a dark web investigation tool, obviously involving AI because, you have to speed up time in investigation. So that's why I thought of using AI, and that's where the tool came to be. Little about me. So my name is Apurv Singh Gautam. I'm a senior threat research analyst at Cybel. I work in anything and everything related to cybercrime threat research. I have contributed to SANS course. If you don't know about it, do read about it. If your company pays for it, do take it. It's a really great course on cybercrime intel. If you want to read about cybercrime data collection or scraping in general, you can read about that in my recent blog. It is on at SANS website. So underground operations, basically talking about how to automate scraping, how to go about collecting data from cybercrime forums / dark web forums. I have presented before on this topic, like cybercrime intelligence in general, at different conferences, and you can find that at my website or at my Twitter there at the bottom. And I graduated from Georgia Tech, so I did my master's in cybersecurity here. I think it's been 4 years now, but yeah. A little about what we are talking today is obviously introduction, like why we are here, what is dark web, like why we are doing dark web investigations. Then we'll talk about some existing tools. So there are existing tools already out there. Obviously, like we will talk about like why those tools are not good enough or what are the pain points of those tools. And then we'll talk about Robin architecture, live demo. Hopefully that works, but I do have video separately if that doesn't work. And then towards the end, future updates, notes, etc. So starting with what is dark web OSINT / investigation, why are we here? So if you are not aware of dark web or in general cybercrime landscape, most of the attacks that is happening, like ransomware, be it stealer, be it any type of attacks, it's first being talked in the cybercrime communities. I don't know how many knows about the SalesLoft breach. Anyone? It has been going on. The data leak is going on one of the onion sites, which is a Tor site, dark web. So you have to, as an analyst, as an investigator, you have to analyze or research on these topics, on these communities, whether it's different dark websites, whether it's different Telegram channels, etc. So you have to research about these things. Today we are talking just the dark web portion of it, which is Tor predominantly. There are other dark web services also, or dark web platforms also, but we are talking about Tor, which is the onion router. You must have heard about Tor browser. So you use Tor browser to access .onion websites. And yeah, the reasoning is like it is very beneficial if someone is researching, or if as an analyst you are researching on these underground communities to gain additional advantage of what is being talked about, whether it's new TTPs, new active and new threats, threats related to any organization. You can monitor all those things. Few existing tools that is already out there, and these are OSINT tools. So I do have a GitHub link or GitHub repo with all these tools. So it looks like this. Like basically, it is divided into 5 or 4 different categories. And the category I created these categories thinking about how a normal analyst goes about researching on the dark web. So you start with search engines. You go through, because first you don't know what you are searching about, right? Like you don't know the websites. You just have one keyword that you have to search about, whether it's a company, whether it's a platform, whether it's some threat actor, for example. So you have to search on some search engines that will give you data related to onion sites or related to threat actor platforms. So that is where you start with. Then you go on to link collector / scanner. So this is where you collect all the links, you scan what is on there, and the last step is the crawling, which you crawl the actual data. So this was the existing tool. I presented this at SANS OSINT Summit, I think 2021. So these tools are there from like 5-7 years ago. Now with AI, as you can imagine, these tools are, and I've written it in this slide, these tools are very disjointed, right? Like different tools for different purposes. If you are researching into this, you have to use multiple tools. You can't combine those. Again, like some of them are written in Python, some of them are written in Go. So that is the actual pain point. Like you can't combine all the tools. You have to use like, it was 4 categories, so at least at minimum you have to use 4 tools to get the final output, whatever you are researching on. So that is where I thought, okay, why not? Because with AI it's easier now to combine or to write even a new tool, and then with AI you can summarize everything. So it's easier, so why not use this to create a tool that will just speed up the process of an investigation. So that's where the tool came to be. And the tool is also, you can see the GitHub, which is my name and /Robin. You can go through it. What that basically, so the tool itself is, again, from the name itself, AI powered Dark Web OSINT tool. Very high level, it just combines all the tool, although I had to write it, like write the code from start for these. Like I was not able to combine those tools because those had different architecture, Go, Python, etc. So that's why I was like, okay, let's just write those tools, write this separately. The functionality will be the same. So that we'll talk about in the next. So where you will see the tools that were already there, different categories, the functionality itself is the same. And then few other, it uses, I think I have at this point like 4 different LLMs models in that, and you can use local models also, any of the local models through Olama. And then it has CLI as well as Web UI. The purpose of adding Web UI, so initially it was just CLI because I usually work internal, like I don't need to go to a web, I don't need a UI. But if I want this tool to be used by investigators, and a lot of them don't have coding knowledge, even terminal knowledge, right, for that matter, command line knowledge, that's where Web UI is useful. So you can just spin up, I will show in the live demo, just go to the website, go to the URL and start, just type your search query, you will get the final investigation summary, and you don't have to know what is going in the backend. I will touch upon architecture a bit. I know, like if you see, it is somewhat complicated if you don't know how a basic tool works in general, like in this case. So I will touch upon it. Starting with the like UI, etc., like bypassing that. On the data processing side, there are 5 steps here. The first is refine query. So let's say you have a query, right? That is the first step. Whether you are researching about a company, whether you are researching about a threat actor. An example that we will take today is ransomware leak sites, for example. Like you are researching into ransomware sites, you want to know how many ransomware operators are there, and mostly leak sites where data is dumped. So if that is your query, so the first step that I wanted to add is, not every analyst knows a perfect query, and this is true with any search. Like if you are normal Googling also, you have to know what is, or you refine multiple times. You put one query, you put another query, then based on the results you see what is the ideal query. So that is where the refined query comes into the play, and it goes to LLM itself. So if you see, the refined query goes into AI abstraction, which is the llm.py, and the AI prompt for this is just like, you are a search engine, act as a search engine for this particular for dark web search related queries, and you have to just refine the query. Just give me the perfect query. If let's say if I just type ransomware, it will automatically give me ransomware threat actors or ransomware sites or leak sites. So depending on that, the refined query was useful. Then the second step is search. So for search, I am using 15 dark web search engines, and there are a lot more, but a lot of them are down. So these dark web search engines are, if you type a query, these are similar to Google, but in result it will give you .onion sites. So I'm using, for now it is 15. My plan is to include more as soon as they come up. And just FYI, if you know, .onion sites or Tor sites do go down a lot. So that's where like I added 15 here, because if let's say 3 or 4 are down, we will still get results. So that is where the second is. Once you put your query, it will go through all 15 search engines, generate results based on your query. So that is just normal, and it goes through Tor network. So you see the search itself goes through Tor network, because we are searching on .onion sites, so you have to go through Tor network. The third is filtering. Now the reason, or what filtering does is basically it filters your results. So imagine it is 15 dark web search engines, and you give one query to 15 engines. Each engine or each search engine will generate, let's say, 20 results. So with 15, it is a lot, like 200 plus results. So that is where filtering comes into the play, because scraping 200 results is doable, but it will not return good results. Also, not all those 20 articles, each search engine is relevant to you. Like same with Google search, right? Not all 10 results you see at the front page is relevant to your search. So that is where filtering comes into the play. And filtering again goes to the AI, which is llm.py. So it is going through a model which is filtering down all those 200 plus results into 20 results for now, because I have set it at 20, but you can change it depending on how you want. Like let's say you just want 10 results, you just want 50 results, you can change that. And then at the end it is scraping. So once you have those 20 results, it finally goes to those sites, scrape all the content, and at the end summarizes it. And in summary also I will show you the actual prompt, what I've used, how I've tuned it or tuned it, so you can see how the output comes. And it is all created thinking of what output we usually need as an analyst as an output. So let's say like if you are researching into this, the first things you ideally would need is are all the links. So all the links related to let's say ransomware, for example, the ransomware one, I need all the links related to all the ransomware sites, leak sites. I need all the names of the ransomware sites. So those are the first few output, the output, that readme file that it puts, or the markdown file that it outputs, that is the first. And then your summary comes into the play, because like summary is needed like from an investigation point of view, because you have to create a report at the end. But the first few lines, first few sentences, paragraphs are core technical things that you will immediately need. And we will all see at the end like how the report looks, how the flow of that is. But starting with the prompts, the actual prompts that I use. So as you see, there are three processes where AI is used. One is the refined query, second is filtering, and the third one is summarization. So starting with the refined query logic itself, and this is very plain, very easy. It's just like I'm telling it, you are acting as this particular threat intel expert. Your task is to just refine it, and then few rules, because initially while I was testing this, it gave me, if I talk about the third point, it gave me and, or, etc. Now this works with Google, but with search engines this is not very, it doesn't return good results. So that's why I just said like don't use and or in my query, just output the query without using and or. And then last point also, if you see, I just needed, because it is going through, like I'm using one function that is sending request to LLM, and then it is just returning and directly going to the other function. So I just needed the query. I don't need proper response that okay, your output is whatever usually LLM gives, right? So that's where the last point is, output is just the query and nothing else. So compared to other two functions that you will see, other two prompts, this is far simpler. Going to the filter results, so this is where I'm filtering the 200 plus results into 20. So that's why you see I just said give me top 20 results, that's it. Now this, if you see, this query doesn't look that complex, but I had to refine this query the most, because it was not giving me the top 20 results if I just gave it the link and the name of the site, so the link and title. So it was not giving me good results. It was hallucinating a lot. I still can't figure out the reason why it was hallucinating, because I was just giving it 200 plus rows, and LLM, in this case I was using ChatGPT, so it is capable of analyzing 200 plus results easily. But with some googling, with some ChatGPT queries itself, I was able to figure out that okay, if I give it in an index form, which you see in the form of index, link and title, so with index, I think in the backend it was, or in the LLM chain, it was able to identify going or searching through the index and then returning the index itself. So I don't know the backend working of LLM. I don't know, who knows. But yeah, this was this, like in this form with index, which is 0, 1, 2, 3, whatever. It was able to give me good results. And then at the bottom, it was like, okay, I'm giving you search query, and then you just give me the search results. The reason again for giving it index or getting just the index as output, because I'm sending it again to another function. So I just needed index. I'm using Python, so I can just put all the index in list format and get the fetch my original link / title in this case. So yeah, generate summary. It is 2 pages. One more slide after this. In this case, the only point of refining the prompt itself was adding rules and adding the output format. So because as I said, I knew how the final report should look like, which is starting with in this case the next, which is the output format should be very specific, starting with all the actual technical stuff, which is name, any artifacts, which is an investigation artifact can be anything. In this case, name, email, other PII data related to threat actors, crypto addresses, domains, and I keep on adding. Like if you see the last is malware names, etc. If I see something, if I remember something, oh, it should also return this, I'll just keep add it and do etc. And the reason I had to add all those things, like including name, email, because the model, or in this case ChatGPT itself, doesn't know what investigation artifact is from our like CTI analyst point of view. So for example, cryptocurrency address I had to add because it was not giving the output result with the addresses. So the model doesn't know, right? You have to tell the model what you need. So in this case, I knew what I needed as a investigation summary. So that's where I added this. And then also the source links. So source link, because you can't trust LLM blindly, like it will hallucinate. So that's why you need source links. So you can just go and do your research if you need it. If you need to confirm the results, you can do that. So that's where the source link comes into the play. And I think with this, let's see if the live demo works. So this is how I had run one in the morning, just thinking if the live thing doesn't work. But yeah, this is the UI. If you go through the GitHub link, it is running through Docker. So I just have to. I just have to run this Docker command, which is on the GitHub itself. So I have to run the Docker command, where you can just copy paste from the GitHub link, and then it will just give you localhost 8501, which is the default port for Streamlit, through which it is running. And as you can see, I just went localhost 8501. Can I zoom this? Let's see. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I just had to go to localhost 8501, and it will just give me the UI in this case. And you just have to type your search query here. So in this case, my search was ransomware leak site, and I just pressed enter. There are few other things on the left hand where you can select your model. So if this is a drop down, you can select. Let me open in the next screen. Let's see. localhost. So in this case, right now I have I think 4, 5 of them, and Llama 3.1 that you see is through OLlama, and you can change it in the backend. From the backend, you can use any of the local models through OLlama, and you just have to select this. So let's say in this case I selected GPT 4.1. The scraping thread, depending on your system, you can increase it. In the front end, I just have till 16. From the back end, from the code side, you can increase to anything. And then after that, you just need to type the search query. So let me just do here ransomware site. And as we saw, the first step was refining query. So I just wrote ransomware sites. It is the refined query would be in this case ransomware leak sites. And then after that, after this, the process is it's searching on the search engine, getting the results. So the whole process, I think it takes 1 minute or so, but we can come back to this while I show the other one. So this is the second step. Once the second step runs on the second screen, this is what you will see, which is the search results. So as I said, it is 200 plus results, depending on how many search engine it goes through. In this case, 15 search engines, and if all those are up, so it is 200 plus results. And then I'm filtering it to 20 results, which is my default. Just filter it to 20 results, and 20 relevant results for that matter. And after that, let's see. Should have run by now. Oh wow. My internet is not working definitely.
The network might be blocking Tor traffic.
I'm connected to my phone. I tried it in the morning, but I think I have just 1 bar on AT&T here. But it shouldn't block. I have the VPN enabled also in this. But yeah, I was hoping that doesn't happen, but it happened. So that's why I had it saved this in the morning. So that's a good thing. And then once the investigation summary, like once everything runs, you will see pipeline completed successfully. At the bottom, you can see all those things. And as I said, the first portion I wanted is the reference links. So in this case, this is the source reference links it referenced. And then after that, the investigation summary. So in this, you can see all the ransomware group names, at least not all. It's just the ones it referenced to, the sites it went through. So you can see most of the recent ones. Some of them are not active at present. Some of them still are. Some of them they still have their leak sites. And then all the crypto addresses it could find from these sites. So in this case, it found 434, and the actual onion URLs also. So I think the first one, which is first or second, which is the same, it will go to the same same website. This is a ransom leak or some site which has all those names, all those links, all the links of leak sites. So that's where it referenced those. The other artifacts it automatically identified is like malware name or tool names, and any threat actor group name. So in this case, it identified Logbit, Kelvin Security. It is not perfect, as you can see. Like there are multiple threat actors in that. It identified only 2, but this gives you a good enough starting point into analysis. So this is very detailed starting point which you can go through, analyze, and then after that all the summary one, because like if you are writing a report at the end, you will need the summary. So this is where all the key insights, like summary, whatever it found. And towards the end, what I wanted this to do is also give me further steps, like what I can do from here. So this is where it gives me, okay, you can search about this, you can search about other ransomware, and at the bottom it also gives you suggested queries. So as you saw, logbit was one of the outputs, so I can search about logbit, I can search about Kelvin security. So I can use the same query, put it on the top, and then run it again. So this is basically a starting point, and then from there on you build upon. And the whole idea of this is saving time. So if I had used the other tools that I showed, I had to use 4 different tools first of all. So in total, it would have taken me 4 hours, 5 hours. In this is what, like a minute, and then after analyzing everything, it takes me 30 minutes to 1 hour. So the idea is saving time, which in this case, I've tried it multiple times, and then wrote a final report. So it saves a lot of time. Also gives you a starting point, because not everyone knows which site to search for, right? Like not everyone knows about all the dark web search engines, which we have in this case. So this is where it gives, as an analyst, it will give you a starting point. I do see my time is up. I will just, let's see, did it come? And I had the videos also, just in case it didn't work. Let's see. Last 2 slides, future updates. Obviously, so there are a lot of updates that I can make on enhancements that I can make on this, on the UI side of things. Obviously, adding new models, as you saw, it is still 4.1. I still have to add 5 to that. Same with OLAMA. Right now, it is stuck at Llama 3.1. I need to give more options for the OLAMA models. Same with searching. Like right now, once you search anything, it doesn't persist the searches, or it doesn't save. Like once you refresh, it is gone. Or so you can download it, but it's gone from the UI. So that is the idea of saving the searches. And the one of my favorite one is the parallel search. So at the end, as you saw, it gives you output as multiple search queries. So implementing parallel search, you can just click one button, it will search all, it will execute all those queries and give you a final output. So that is some of the features that I came up with. If you are someone who is trying this tool, you have some ideas, either you can talk to me after this, or you can just use GitHub itself, add a new issue with your feature, or if you want, if you know coding, feel free to do pull request, update the code. That would be really good. But yeah, if you have any ideas, do share it with me. Some of the credits, the tool inspiration or even the logo inspiration, you must have seen I have put the logo at every slide. So my friend created it and he said, like, you have to put logo on every slide. So I was like, yeah. And I don't know if anyone is watches anime here, but the logo is inspired by One Piece anime. So I don't know anything about it. It's my friend created. I think the tool Robin itself also came from One Piece. So yeah. So yeah, thank you. You can go to my GitHub. It has this tool and also the other tool. If you have any questions, you can feel free to reach out to me on LinkedIn, Twitter. I will be in the Discord also. I don't know if you have any time for questions.
So we actually are slightly over the time slot for this, but there is no talk in here during lunch. So we do have time for more questions. If anybody has a question in the room here in the front.
The filter step that uses the search query, is that the initial search query or the updated one from the AI?
Updated one.
Okay.
Yep.
Can you restate the question?
Yeah. So the question was the initial search, the filter query. Does it filter based on the initial search query or the filtered search query? So it is on the filtered search query. Yep.
When you ran the query on ransomware leak sites, you got 5. If you reran the query, would you get the same 5? And if you wanted more than 5 ransomware leak sites, what would you do?
So the question is, I ran the query, the ransomware query, it gave me 5 results. If I rerun the query, will it give me more or less? And as we know, AI LLM outputs are non-deterministic, so definitely it will change. In case of ransomware leak sites, because it is referencing, and I have tried this multiple times with this same query, or slightly tweaked query, it gives me the same output because it is referencing the same onion site every time.
But you can make the query, give me the top 15 ransomware leak sites as well, right? So it wouldn't just be 5.
Yeah, so the question was, the note was here, I can give it top 15, like just the query has to give me top 15 ransomware sites. Yes, it will give, yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Any other question?
There were no questions in the chat in spite of my trying to provoke them. So thanks again for being a first-time presenter and also presenting at the Toolshed.